This Easter Sunday is very memorable. It is an Easter that we will remember for the rest of our lives. It's an Easter that will remind us that God is in control amidst one of the worst pandemics in history. As we enter another week of lockdown, the feeling of helplessness and despair is overwhelming. Conversely, this gives me several reminders to reflect on. Then let me share with you these reminders I read lately. The first is, it reminds us of our mortality. So many people now are fearful of dying amidst the rising numbers of casualties. God reminds us that we cannot add a single hour to our lifespan. And from the Gospel of Matthew, it says, "And which of you, by being anxious, can add a single hour to his span of life?" Indeed, we need to be responsible in looking after ourselves, but it's important to be reminded that God is in control when someone passes away. Second one is, it reminds us that this is not our permanent home. We really are pilgrims in this world, mere travelers. It's not our permanent place. This crisis is a reminder from God that we all have the tendency to becoming so comfortable in life that we can easily forget that we're just strangers in a foreign land. And from the book of Hebrews, there's the account of Abraham. It reads, "For he, Abraham, was looking forward to the city that has foundations, whose designer and builder is God. For here we have no lasting city, but we seek the city that is to come." Indeed, we are wandering through this pilgrim land with a final destination of our heavenly home. The third point is, it reminds us of God's promise to provide our daily needs. We are not only prone to being so comfortable in this world, but we also forget that it is God's providence which sustains us. And from the book of Philippians, "And my God will supply every need of yours according to his riches in glory in Jesus Christ." We must be grateful in our prayers that we survived another day and God has sustained us. Remember that Easter Sunday is Resurrection Day, signifying God's promise that he will rise again. Let this fulfilled promise and the coming promise that will be of his return and total redemption bring joy in our hearts.